Welcome to my channel, World Coins Collector. I will tell you about rare coins that are most valuable US history, and these coins make you a millionaire. Please watch this complete video and find your treasure. You might be holding a hidden treasure right now. Let's talk about the 1979 USA 1-cent penny. It looks like an ordinary coin, but don't be fooled. This penny can be worth a fortune. Collectors are on the hunt for rare versions of this coin, especially those with unique minting errors or specific details that make them stand out. If you find a 1979 penny with rare characteristics, its value can surprise you. In fact, one of these rare pennies sold for an astonishing $45,000. $45,000. Check your pocket change. You could be holding a jackpot. Imagine finding a small fortune hiding in your pocket change. The 1977 USA 1-cent penny might seem ordinary, but it could be worth a lot more than you think. Collectors are on the lookout for rare versions of this coin, especially those with unique minting errors or special features. Before you dismiss your old pennies, take a closer look. You might have one that's extremely valuable. One of these rare 1977 pennies was sold for an unbelievable $65,000. $65,000. Don't overlook your spare change. It could be worth a fortune. Top 3. We're diving deep into the history and hidden value of a coin you might have in your pocket right now. The 1971 1-cent penny from the United States. You've probably seen this coin countless times. But what if I told you that this tiny piece of copper could be worth a lot more than just a cent? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might be scrambling to check your coin jar for a penny that could be worth thousands of dollars. Let's set the stage with a bit of history about the 1971 penny. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. In 1971, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these pennies, all featuring the familiar design of Lincoln's profile on the obverse, or front side of the coin. The reverse side displays the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. While most of these pennies were ordinary, some rare variations have turned out to be incredibly valuable, making them highly sought after by collectors today. To understand what makes the 1971 penny special, we first need to look at its composition. In 1971, the penny was made primarily of copper, with a small amount of zinc added for durability. Specifically, it was 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a distinct reddish-brown color and a heavier feel compared to modern pennies, which are made mostly of zinc with a thin copper coating. This rich copper composition alone makes older pennies like those from 1971 desirable, but it's the rare errors and unique features that really drive their value through the roof. One of the first things to check on your 1971 penny is the mint mark. In 1971, pennies were minted in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Pennies from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver are marked with a small D beneath the date. Coins from the San Francisco Mint carry an S mint mark. The San Francisco pennies are particularly interesting, as many of them were produced as proof coins. These are coins made with extra care, polished dies, and a special striking process, intended mainly for collectors. If you come across a 1971 penny with an S mint mark, especially in great condition, it's worth setting aside for closer examination. Next, let's talk about the exciting world of minting errors. One of the most valuable errors to look for on a 1971 penny is the double die error. This happens when the coin's design appears doubled, giving it a blurry or shadowed appearance. It's most noticeable on the date, the word liberty, and the phrase "in God we trust." This type of error occurs during the die-making process when the die receives a second, slightly offset impression. Finding a 1971 penny with a double die error can be challenging, but if you do, you might be in possession of a rare and valuable coin. These errors are often overlooked because they require close inspection to spot, but once found, they can dramatically increase the value of the penny. Another rare feature to look for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not perfectly aligned during the minting process, resulting in part of the design being cut off. Off-center strikes can vary in severity, from slight misalignments to dramatic off-center designs where up to half of the coin's surface is blank. If your 1971 penny has an off-center strike and the date is still visible, It's a rare find that could be worth much more than its face value. The more off-center the strike, the more collectible and valuable the coin becomes, especially if it is in good condition. Speaking of condition, let's talk about the importance of grading. The value of a coin is heavily influenced by its grade, which measures the coin's condition on a scale from poor to mint state. A penny in mint state condition looks almost brand new, with no signs of wear and a sharp, clear strike. Coins in lower grades may have scratches, fading, or general wear from circulation. A 1971 penny in mint state condition is already worth more to collectors, but if it also has one of the rare errors we mentioned earlier, its value could skyrocket. Another rare feature to watch out for on your 1971 penny is a possible transitional error. Although the official composition of pennies in 1971 was 95% copper, there are always rare instances where a coin might have been struck on a leftover planchet from a different year or a different type of metal. For example, a 1971 penny mistakenly struck on a silver planchet intended for a different denomination would be a remarkable find. These types of errors are extremely rare but have been documented in numismatic history, making them valuable treasures. Now, let's get to the most exciting part of this video: the potential value of a 1971 penny. While most 1971 pennies you come across are worth only their face value of 1 cent, there are rare exceptions. Coins with mint errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or those in exceptional mint state condition have caught the attention of collectors and sold for impressive amounts at auction. But just how valuable can these coins be? The answer might surprise you. Some of the most sought-after 1971 pennies have sold for as much as $65,000. Yes, you heard that right, $65,000 for a single penny. It's incredible to think that this small piece of copper, something we often overlook, could hold such a high value. So the next time you come across a 1971 penny, don't just toss it into your change jar. Take a moment to inspect it carefully. Check the mint mark, look for signs of doubling, and pay attention to any unusual features or errors. With a bit of luck and some careful examination, you might just discover that you're holding a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more exciting content coming up, and you won't want to miss it. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy hunting and good luck finding your own valuable 1971 penny. You won't believe the hidden value in your pocket change. The 1991 USA 1-cent penny may seem ordinary, but it could be worth a surprising fortune. Collectors are on the hunt for rare pennies with special minting errors or unique details, making certain coins highly valuable. Before you dismiss your old pennies, take a moment to check them closely. You might have a rare gem right in your hand. One of these 1991 pennies was recently sold for an incredible $30,000. $30,000. Imagine turning a single penny into that kind of money. You could be sitting on a hidden treasure without even realizing it. The 1985 USA 1-cent penny might seem like an ordinary coin, but some rare versions have collectors paying big bucks. Unique minting errors or specific details can make certain 1985 pennies incredibly valuable. Before you toss away your spare change, take a closer look. You might have a rare find worth a fortune. In fact, one of these rare 1985 pennies sold for an astonishing $45,000. $45,000. So, check your pockets. You could be holding a jackpot. That 1-cent penny from 1995 USA sitting in your change jar could be worth far more than you imagine. At first glance, it may look like any ordinary penny, but collectors are searching for rare versions of this coin, especially those with unique minting errors or special features. Before you overlook it, take a moment to check your 1995 penny. It could be a hidden gem that's highly valuable. One of these rare 1995 pennies was sold for an unbelievable $25,000. $25,000. Who knew a single penny could be worth so much? Time to dig through your change. You might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. That 1987 USA 1-cent penny in your pocket could be worth a lot more than its face value. Some versions of this coin have unique minting errors or special characteristics that collectors are eager to find. Before you toss away that old penny, take a closer look. You could have a rare piece right in your hand. In fact, one of these rare 1987 pennies recently sold for an incredible $47,000. $47,000. Imagine turning a single penny into a life-changing amount of money. You won't believe what a simple penny from 1980 USA could be worth. It may look like any other coin, but collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for rare versions with unique minting errors or special features. Before you overlook that 1980 penny, take a closer look. You might have a valuable treasure right in your pocket. One of these rare 1980 pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $40,000. $40,000. Yes, a single penny could make you that much richer. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to talk about a very special coin, the 1982 USA 1-cent penny. This is not your average penny, and if you've got one, it could be worth much more than you think. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1982 penny was a turning point in U.S. coinage history. This was the year the U.S. Mint made a significant change to the penny's composition. Before 1982, pennies were made mostly of copper. However, due to rising copper prices, the Mint decided to switch to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper coating. During this transition, both copper and zinc pennies were produced, making it a unique year for collectors. This change resulted in a mix of coins with different weights and metal compositions, which are now highly sought after by collectors. But what makes a 1982 penny worth more than its face value? It's all about rare minting errors and unique characteristics. During the switch from copper to zinc, there were inconsistencies in the production process, resulting in errors that are now considered incredibly rare. Some of these rare errors include double die strikes, off-center strikes, and pennies struck on the wrong metal planchet. These errors are often difficult to spot with the naked eye, but they can turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collector's item. So, how can you tell if your 1982 penny is special? First, weigh the coin. The copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while the zinc ones weigh 2.5 grams. If you find a copper penny from 1982, it could already be worth a significant amount. But even if it's a zinc penny, certain features and errors can make it extremely valuable. Look for details like doubled lettering, a missing mint mark, or any signs of an off-center strike. These unique features can increase the coin's value dramatically. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Just how much could one of these rare 1982 pennies be worth? Believe it or not, one of these pennies was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping price of $43,000. $43,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny turned into a life-changing sum of money. Imagine finding one of these valuable coins in your change jar or an old coin collection. It's like hitting the jackpot with just 1 cent. So, the next time you come across a 1982 penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a moment to examine it carefully. You might be holding a piece of history that's worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories about valuable coins and hidden treasures. Who knows? The next rare coin could be sitting in your pocket right now. Good luck hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. We have an incredible story about a common-looking coin that could actually be worth a life-changing amount of money. We're talking about the 1984 USA 1-cent penny. Don't let its humble appearance fool you. This coin could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. Stay with us as we dive into what makes this penny so special and why collectors are willing to pay a small fortune for it. Let's start by understanding a bit of history. The 1980s were a transitional period for U.S. coins. The U.S. Mint was experimenting with new designs and improving minting techniques. However, during this time, the production process wasn't perfect. In fact, errors were more common than you might think, and those mistakes have become the key to unlocking the true value of certain coins today. The 1984 penny might look like any regular coin you find in your pocket change, but there's a twist. Some versions of this penny have unique minting errors that set them apart from the millions of others produced that year. These rare variations are what collectors are desperately seeking, and they're willing to pay top dollar for them. So, what kind of errors should you look for? One of the most famous errors on the 1984 penny is called the doubled die obverse. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between impressions, creating a doubling effect. If you look closely at the coin, you might notice doubling in the word Liberty or the date 1984. This doubling isn't obvious at first glance. You might need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to spot it. However, if you do find a double die error on your 1984 penny, you could be holding onto something incredibly rare. Another valuable feature to look for is a missing mint mark. Normally, pennies are struck with a small letter indicating where they were minted: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, in some rare cases, the mint mark was accidentally left off. A 1984 penny without a mint mark is another indicator of a valuable error coin. Additionally, check for any signs of off-center strikes, where the design of the coin appears shifted. These types of minting flaws are in high demand among collectors. Now, you might be wondering, why would collectors pay so much for a simple error? The answer lies in rarity and demand. Error coins like the 1984 double die penny are incredibly rare, and rarity drives value. For every one of these error coins, there are millions of standard pennies, making them a true collector's prize. The thrill of finding a unique piece of U.S. minting history is what keeps collectors constantly searching, and they're willing to pay big bucks for a chance to own one. So, how do you know if your 1984 penny is one of these rare finds? Start by examining it carefully under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass to check the letters and numbers for any signs of doubling. Pay special attention to the word Liberty and the date 1984. Even a slight doubling effect can significantly increase the coin's value. Also, look for any signs of an off-center strike or a missing mint mark. These features are like golden tickets for collectors. And now for the exciting part. How much is a rare 1984 penny worth? If you're lucky enough to find a 1984 penny with these special characteristics, its value could be far beyond what you'd expect for a 1-cent coin. In fact, one of these rare 1984 pennies was sold at auction for an unbelievable $44,000. $44,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny turned into tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine stumbling upon one of these coins in your spare change or an old jar of pennies. It's like winning the lottery. The key takeaway here is simple. Never underestimate the power of a single penny. With a little knowledge and careful examination, you could discover a hidden gem worth a small fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1984 penny, don't just toss it into your change jar. Take a moment to look at it closely. You might just be holding a piece of history that could change your life. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about valuable coins and hidden treasures, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty of incredible stories lined up, and who knows, maybe the next rare coin we feature is one you already have in your collection. Happy hunting and good luck! We hope you find that rare penny worth $44,000. $44,000.